Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Review for July 3rd, 2020. Forbes reports, Trump wants a larger second stimulus check. President Trump said on Fox Business Wednesday that he not only supports second stimulus checks, but also that he supports a larger second stimulus check than the Democrats. During the interview, the president said, quote, "I do. I support it, but it has to be done properly. I support actually larger numbers than the Democrats." This is the clearest expression to date from Trump regarding his support for a second stimulus check. While President Trump did not specify which proposal from the Democrats he was referring to, most likely he is referring to the one-time $1,200 second stimulus check proposed by House Democrats. Ultimately, Congress, not the president, will decide whether there will be a second stimulus check, and if so, its size. To date, Senate Republicans, including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, are unlikely to support a second stimulus check. However, this could change due to pressure from the White House, worsening unemployment numbers, and potentially more positive cases due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Congress is expected to vote this month on a new stimulus package. An article from Fox News states, Virginia Dems draft proposal to downgrade assault on police to misdemeanor. Virginia Democrats are proposing a long list of criminal justice reforms in response to the recent deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and others. But while some of them, such as banning chokeholds, are aimed at protecting citizens, at least one measure could reduce protection for officers. According to a document shared by multiple local reporters and retweeted by the Virginia Senate Democrats, the proposals include downgrading the charge of assault on a police officer from a felony to a misdemeanor. Currently, assaulting an officer is a Class 6 felony with a minimum penalty of 6 months in jail and a maximum of 5 years. Misdemeanors carry a 1-year maximum and no minimum. In addition to reducing the consequences for assaulting an officer, the proposals also include a number of restrictions that would be imposed on police officers to limit the use of force. These proposals include required attempts to de-escalate situations before using force, as well as issuing warnings and exhausting, quote, all other means before firing shots. And finally, the Daily Caller reports, hundreds of Bush administration officials declare support for Joe Biden. Hundreds of officials who worked under former President George W. Bush will endorse former Vice President Joe Biden in the upcoming presidential election. The group formed a super PAC on Wednesday called 43 Alumni for Biden, which includes former cabinet secretaries and executive branch officials, according to Reuters. The group includes Jennifer Milliken, who worked on Bush's 2000 and 2004 presidential campaigns and who told Reuters that Trump is a, quote, danger to the nation. It also lists former Republican National Committee officials Kelly Gainsberger, Michael Turk, and Serenity Hanley among its organizing committee members. A spokesman for Bush suggested in June that the 43rd president had not made up his mind on how he will vote in November. Some former Bush administration officials, including former Secretary of State Colin Powell, have thrown their support behind Biden. Powell previously endorsed former President Barack Obama in 2008 and 2012, and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in 2016. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Review for July 3rd, 2020. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.